Welcome to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. Today, we got the most iconic rap duo in the history of history.
Say that.
Yeah. We're going to be talking to 8Ball and MJG, and we are going to walk from the beginning to the middle to the present. So y'all don't go anywhere. Stick around. Hit that subscribe button. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. You're watching the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market. Let's give it up for that. Yeah. Y'all give it up for my lovely co-host, Angelica Jelly Woods, who got up early today.
I had to bring out the babysitter, makeup, everything, but I am here, okay?
She in here. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And y'all give it up for my DJ. That's my DJ, DJ Kojak in the building.
Oh, Lord.
From way back.
DJ Kojak, scratch it up 4 times for 8Ball and MJG.
Don't gas me. Don't gas me.
Man, one time for Orange Mound.
One time for the mound. Yeah. Hey, hold up, Kojak. Hold up. Hey, I heard that scratch. Yeah, and I know Angelica heard the scratch. Right? Hey, Ball and G, did y'all hear that scratch? Right. Everybody in live heard it but Ball and G. But everybody heard it but Ball and G. Man, y'all give it up for who I consider one of the most iconic duos in rap and hip hop. 8Ball and MJG is in the building. Give it up for man. Hey, look. So let me say this. First of all, man, thank y'all so much for being here. We truly appreciate it. And it's really, there's a little extra thanks on that because these guys don't do podcasts.
At all.
Right.
Yeah.
They do not do podcasts, and we are blessed enough that they, consider home, man. You've been blessing us with their presence.
They came to the capital.
They came to the capital of Memphis. Yeah, it is Raleigh 38128. Welcome to the capital. Right.
At the start.
Right. Man, look. So I want to jump right in because it's so much history here, right? And so much that we want to cover. Let's go from the beginning, man. I got here. I remember them days. I was showing up on Park at OTS. And y'all were doing y'all thing, and here's what happened. Lyrics of a Pimp dropped, and Memphis. That was history in the beginning of history as we know it. But there was a little beginning before that. Am I correct?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about that.
That was Gangsta Pat.
Right. Well, we know about Gangsta Pat, but we're talking about yours though.
But us. Yeah. We was at the Star Search.
Okay.
Like early before. And I think you know a little something about that.
I know a little something about it, right? Yep.
That's what we was kicking off at.
There were several artists from Memphis that were involved.
Man, the talent shows at Crystal Palace.
Talent shows,
right?
Like before Lyrics of a Pimp, it was like.
It was the mixtape.
I think we was messing with Steve A. Kroger.
Southgate. Not Southgate. Kroger on Lamar, where
Kroger.
Where Funkmaster and them were. In the little building right there. Yeah,
right there. But we were messing with Steve A. right there. And man, from Steve A. to over there with OTS and Reginald Boylan and Platinum, and that's when it kicked off.
Okay, was this during your high school days? Because I know you guys met in high school, right? Was it during this same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Reggie B had a white photo Cutlass, and I drove that to my graduation.
Okay.
Like my high school graduation. I drove that to a Cutlass.
That's what's up. So how did y'all actually meet though? How did that happen? The two of you?
It was in the
step up a little closer to your mic, if you don't mind.
It was in the 7th grade.
7th
Wow.
grade. Yeah. Man, 7th grade.
Miss Mosley.
Yeah, Miss Mosley class.
What class was that?
English or something.
Man.
I remember Miss Moses because she was a character. Character.
Yeah, I remember the teacher.
7th grade though, man.
7th grade.
Ridgeway High School.
And y'all been locked in now for how many decades with each other now? Without giving, you don't have to give away your age, but it's been what? How many? 30 years at least.
Right.
Yeah, 30 years.
Both of us just turned 27. His birthday.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I'm October the 9th.
Okay.
27.
Right. Yeah.
He's like a little older than you.
Yeah.
A little older than you.
Yeah. that is incredible, man. So the first time y'all rapped together? When was the first time y'all actually rapped together?
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Y'all remember that?
Probably somewhere at school, probably in the mall or something.
We
outside the school.
Memphis was like Beach Street or Breaking.
Yeah. It was hip hop.
Really
we
had
the same.
the Adidas jogging suits on.
Okay.
Beatboxed in the hallway at school.
Cardboard,
Yeah,
breakdance,
all of that. And I was finna say, we're doing a series coming out hard. We don't know which platform yet, but it's on the way.
That's dope.
Big.
It's gonna tell the story.
In that series, we recreated at Ridgeway. Ridgeway got a stairwell, and Mr. White was the principal at the time, and I think I was beatboxing in the corner.
And that boy didn't know Mr.
MJ
White
were
was coming.
rapping, and like people was around us. We had it like lit, and then it just got quiet. And I'm still going, because I got my back turned.
I can
Yeah.
White was right. That's hilarious.
Right behind me, man. And like, put your hand on my shoulder and said, "Go to the office."
What are you doing? That is hilarious,
You
man.
got in trouble for it. But I have a question. Like, if you guys wasn't rapping, what would you be doing today? Like, with your teacher and your influence, what career would you be in besides rapping? Or did you already think you were going to be rappers? I threw you. Look.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Hard to say, man.
Because, we kicked off so early.
Yeah.
And, but I'm pretty sure we would have been doing something,
Right.
This thing chose us.
Gotcha,
Man.
okay.
It chose it like from meeting in 7th grade and the beatboxing and all that.
Everything.
We made all this stuff.
It
It
morphed
don't
into
exist no
this.
more, but it was the biggest thing for us ever. Like we had a radio. The radio used to hear record and it would record out loud.
Yeah.
Them boxes on
Yeah.
we in the bathroom and shut the door. And I beatboxed and he rapped, or he beatboxed and I rapped, and we recorded it. And that was like our first recording ever.
Oh, wow. In the bathroom?
In the bathroom.
Right.
And one of our friends, Daryl Collins, lived a street away from us, or from me. Bought that one tape for $100.
Wow.
Rode around bumping that judge. You know how them boys in the hood.
Yeah.
He was one of them boys. You know?
Yeah.
And they want to be the first one to have internet.
Yeah.
And man, he rode around bumping that tape till it broke. Like
Man.
for $100. But I say that to say, from that point to doing talent shows, to messing with Steve A, to going to OTS, to going to Suave House, and everything after that, it always chose us. Like we just was walking and doing us.
Yeah. But the big thing is y'all use what y'all had, though. A lot of people, they were in a bathroom recording, okay? I want people that didn't have no studio, no high-tech engineer, because everybody think they need that now in a bathroom. Let's not miss that. In a bathroom. Thank you. What you had.
Dude, DJ Squeaky had a turntable.
Come on now.
Old record player out of
Come on now.
You remember the
Remember the
hi-fi?
hi-fi?
You open the
Yeah.
top,
Yeah.
you had the TV on there. You
Right.
took the
Come on now. I remember that.
turntable
Yeah.
out of the top
Right.
of that.
Right.
And made a box.
Made a
for it.
box.
And also, man, let me say this.
Made a mixer.
Also
Right.
made a mixer
Yep.
where you go to phono and tape. That's what he scratched with.
Out of the
Right.
tape.
You know.
Saratoga.
Yeah.
Saratoga.
I was born
Yes,
there.
sir.
Yeah.
On the
First
right.
house, see, like a lot of people don't know.
On the right.
Yeah.
Yep.
First house.
I spent some time in that house. Yep.
That's when people thought we was aliens in their room.
Right.
They was like, what is
What are they
this?
doing?
Right.
What is all this stuff?
Yeah.
Then the second house up the street, shout out to Miss Ivy, man.
Miss Ivy, shout out.
Sweet mom, man.
Yeah.
She put up with a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Sure
yeah,
did.
yeah,
But that second house spawned Looking for the Chewing.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
All
yeah.
the early Zerk stuff.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the early Criminal Man. All
Yeah.
of the early Tonski.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, man. Look, you know, it's a lot of history, and what's incredibly important that cannot be missed about what you just said is all of that history reshaped, honestly, the music industry as we know it. Think about it, right? I mean, it literally, and I was
laying the blueprint without us even.
without even know. You know, we had Zerk on the show, and we talked about that. And I can't wait till Spanish Fly get here because you know I sat him down in my living room for about 3 hours, man, telling him, man, you got to write the book, you got to write the book, you got to write the book.
Yeah.
You know, because you know I was telling him when they broke Trigger Man, that's when men and women stopped dancing with each other in the club, man. We start bouncing, and you know, am I lying, right? You know what I'm saying? And before that, you know, even with y'all
was the
stuff,
real
right?
mosh pit. You know, they call it mosh pit.
Yeah.
That's what we said with
Yeah.
Al Capone on the show. We started here.
You had to be about that life to
Yeah.
get on the dance floor
Man,
at the club.
you had to be a
When they
survivor.
play those songs.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
indeed.
Certain
Yeah,
songs.
yeah.
Trigger Man.
Yes, sir.
Be ready.
Lyrics of a pimp.
yeah.
You know,
One
looking
to
for the
the
chewing.
to the
Right. Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
Man. Seriously, all of that, man. And even with I'm the Gangster with Gangsta Pat, man. When that thing came out, man, it was man. Woo wee.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Man, yeah.
Let me ask you, since we talking about history, and we also talking about blueprint. I heard you say 21st Century Club. Okay, I was the first DJ when it was in North Memphis. I seen you guys there. That's when I saw the Squeaky set up, and me and Squeaky started kicking it, and Zerk started kicking it back then. OTS. I was also at OTS.
Yeah.
I came at the latter days when it started, it started fizzling out. But yeah. No, it was the same. It was the same building.
Still on par.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at that time, Reginald had offered us a contract at that time. It was going out though. And then when I heard y'all's song, it was like about the contract situation. So what happened with that? And do you still talk to Reginald or OTS or what's y'all view on that? You know what I'm saying? On that, because I know I didn't sign because for my reasons, but
Yeah.
and I was just doing track, putting scratches on stuff though. And I was like, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
We crossed paths.
A few times.
Yeah.
Okay,
See him a lot,
So it ain't no bad blood. Just you do your thing, do mine.
Yeah, definitely. It never.
Okay.
We don't hold. I think that's one of the things that blessed us through our life.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that holding grudges of people that done bad things to you.
Say that.
Life gonna get back at them some
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of way. So it's not up to us. But
Yeah, you don't get no energy
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
it.
no.
But
But- all of us were learning at the time. Reggie was learning.
Yeah.
We was learning. We
We
didn't
was
know what
learning.
we was signing. He didn't know what we was
he
signing.
didn't know.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, neither.
Yeah, we was all learning.
Because I looked at it. I didn't didn't understand none of that. I'm like, look, I just want to scratch. I just want to record.
We was all OTS was
Like stepping
pot.
stones.
It
was
was melting
like
pot.
Ruthless and
Yeah.
all the
The startups.
like all of the
Launch pads. Yeah.
OTS was all of that, like that format. They had that format.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
early
Tony,
on. Yeah,
that
early
Tony
on.
had that format
Yeah.
before that family thing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Before it was popping.
Yeah.
It's like Memphis
Suave
first
House,
major
Cash
label.
Money.
Yeah.
3-6 even followed that format at
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Same
You know
format.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody is on everybody's music.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
Like we are family in
Yeah.
here. Like, you know what I mean?
I remember that because I remember being at OTS. I was there when Pretty Tony was writing Get Buck, and Slice and Mac Rod was helping him edit it a little bit. Yeah, so I remember that.
Y'all
Man.
see that smile on his face?
Yeah,
You want to go back?
Yeah. And so, hey, there's a lot of history there. But hold that, because we are going to talk about Suave House and that era in the next segment. So y'all don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be right back. You're watching Antonio Parkinson.
Grab a backwood and roll up. Grab your cup and let pour up. They didn't want us round it first, but now they act like they know what. Hey, but they show love, yeah, we show out when we show up. I don't even do the liquor, that shit might make me throw up. But we talked up, this the after party. Shit grabbing on my body. White girl got a bottle in the club, and that going all it. Turned up in a wreck the party. We just brought out everybody. No, we got our have some fun. We at the after party.
Hey y'all, it's Michael Kaya and it's the Antonio Parkinson Project I'm on. They have fun around here. They got chicken and everything. If you really want to get the word, know what's going on in your neighborhood, in your community, in your blackness, you need to tune in to the Antonio Parkinson Project. And ain't even in the projects. Okay, so tune in. We love you. Keep God first.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. You're watching the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market. Let's give it up for that one more again. Shout out to my lovely co-host Angelica Jelly Woods in the building. DJ Kojak in the building. DJ Kojak, look, scratch it up for him one more time so we're ready to get it. Bring it right back. Okay, let's try it again. Turn the volume up a little bit.
Okay.
Hold up.
Oh, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that scratch?
I might have caught
I
you.
think I.
Oh, okay, all right. In there. Y'all, listen, man, we got the iconic, I consider one of the at least top 3 rap duos in hip hop history. 8Ball and MJG in the building. Y'all give it up for him. Give it up for him. Yeah, man. Hey, speaking of top 5, look, we know y'all are in the top 5. I don't know if y'all would ever say that yourselves because y'all real humble. But who are the other 4 top duos in your estimation, rap duos in our hip hop history? I want to see who y'all got. 'Cause I know who I got.
I don't have no top 5.
I got a lot of favorites.
Yeah.
Okay, but who are your favorites then? Just give me 4 favorites.
Man, you gotta go with Run DMC.
Yeah, well, they're a trio though. We can't count them. They're a trio because you got
they was a duo. 2 rappers and a
Jam
DJ.
That's a great point. That's a great point. That's a great point. Okay,
and I say that because, man, they hold a place right here for both.
Yeah.
Because
That's how
look
we
at the
rock.
first, listen to the lyrics, cover, and all that. Like when we made our name, 8Ball and MJG, we said Run DMC didn't have no crazy name. The big crew, it was just Run DMC.
And
So we said, let's be 8Ball and MJG.
And that's a great point. And I didn't even think about that to the point of them being a duo. Run DMC. Yeah. Okay. So Run DMC.
They at the top of the list.
That's one. Okay. Who else?
Houdini.
Houdini. Okay. I hadn't even thought of them as a duo too. Yeah, Houdini. Houdini was incredible.
We so far past it. Everybody
Yeah, but that's my era though.
Yeah.
I don't know who Houdini is.
Man, 5 minutes of funk. Freaks come out at night.
Okay, I know
One
that
love.
song. Okay,
One
there, I
love.
got you.
One love.
Okay.
One love.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, friend. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I know that name
Just a
now.
test.
EPMD.
What was their first single? Houdini.
Houdini.
Let me. No, I don't want to put you on the spot. Haunted House of Rock.
Okay.
First one, man.
Haunted
Look,
House
Port
of
Arthur,
Rock.
Texas, man. We was killing it. Haunted House of Rock. Yeah. Okay. So you got Houdini, Run
5 minutes
DMC.
of funk,
Who else you
man.
got? Give me 2 more.
EPMD.
EPMD. Yeah, that was one of mine.
Let me see.
If we come forward, it's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
We would Outkast for sure.
Outkast,
Yeah,
obviously.
Outkast.
Yep.
Always love them.
Yep.
Pimp and
UGK.
Bond.
Yep.
for sure.
UGK. Yep.
Love
Yep.
them. Shout out to the pimp.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Trio burgers are excellent.
Yeah, I can't wait to get
Oh, I just left there. I just had me
Did
one.
you have one?
Yeah, I had the vegan
Okay.
kid side. They actually really good. I just left there. Yeah,
Shout out
okay.
to Bun B, PAT in the building, baby. You know, they came behind me in my high school, believe it or not. You know, I graduated from Lincoln after getting kicked out a couple of different high schools. So Yeah, yeah, man.
terrible. Just
But those are good names. You know, you know, all of those that you name, man, are some really good
And
names.
it could be on and on.
And it's a lot, you know,
Yeah,
we got,
yeah.
like,
You know, we
But
students of the game.
y'all are way up in
Yeah.
that space though, man. Real talk, man. Look,
Yeah.
and it reminded me when y'all did the show in Nashville last weekend. You know, just hearing the songs again, right? It reminded me, and y'all didn't even really scratch the surface on what you got, man. Because it reminded me. I said, man, man, they
Hits
can
after
just.
hits.
And you know, I pay attention to everything, right? And so. And I watched you, Ball. You turned. The DJ looked at you. He said, "What you want me to do next?" And Ball was just like, "Whatever. Throw it on." They threw it on, and y'all murked
And
it.
you still remember the lyrics. Some people can't remember their lyrics.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, man. And you know, but it's an amazing testament though,
Yeah, 'cause
because
I don't remember.
you had girls up there on the front, you know, lined up on the stage that couldn't be no more than 20-something years old that was rapping every lyric of every song.
That's one of our claims to fame. Is that beautiful, professional black women
Yeah.
love all our raunchy
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
No, just to piggyback on what he was talking about, do you feel like there's certain people or groups that wouldn't be here if you didn't pave the way? Or the owe you
Oh, that's a
homage?
really good question.
Like, they
you
would.
know,
They
it's
might be here, but they might be different.
yeah, it may be a
I don't know.
different.
I know we added something to everybody that came after us.
And
that
like
listen
who?
to our music.
Yeah.
Who?
twist.
From everybody from Outkast to
Okay.
Ludacris to
No Limit.
No Limit,
Cash Money.
Cash Money, and just we could go on and on.
And the
Every
cra-
Memphis
So down
artist-
south, the region. Okay, okay.
Well,
Every
up north,
Memphis
up north
artist.
too.
Yeah.
Up north too. I've heard them say out their mouth.
Yeah, Midwest, Georgia,
Yeah.
Florida, Miami.
Yeah.
You know, we go down there and all the young boys like Florida, young boys
Yeah.
like, man, my uncle love you, bro. And,
Right,
you know,
right.
Like for real.
Yeah,
Like,
My daddy used to be in our show.
Yeah, man. You know, Zerk brought up a really good point when he was here, man. Shout out DJ Zerk, man. Zerk said, you know, we were busy, you know, looking at Atlanta, you know, back during them days, but Atlanta the whole time was watching us and trying to get our sound in Atlanta. Because you think about it now, you know, y'all were the transition out of the MC Shan, Luke stuff, and when that music got slowed down, right? We slowed the music down right here, right? And that changed the entire rap and industry. It literally did.
Yeah, it was that difference. I don't know if we knew it at the time, but our sound was so unique that anywhere we would have went at that time, any city or state, it still would have hit because it's so much different from everything else.
Yeah,
You know,
it is. It is.
was
It's very
then,
unique.
You know, and it is now.
Yeah,
Like we never tried to do a song like them or do a song like them.
right. Yeah, and that's what's missing now in the industry too. You know, people just being delivering authenticity, right? Yep.
That's it.
You know, and you know what's interesting, you know, and this is a little bit off the script, right? You know, but don't let me go too far off script, but you know, it's indicative though of the history of Memphis music, right? You know, you go back all the way, you know, with Isaac Hayes and you know all them folks, you know, Barkays and you know all the Stax artists, and you know, and
It's in the water.
come on, man.
you know,
The world
Water.
loves Memphis music for some reason.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But
Word.
but do we love ourselves though the way we should? Because the world loves us. You know, what
we
do you-
only human.
Even the
Okay.
swag, even the swag, the dances, everything.
I think sometimes we're so used to it that
we take it for granted
you know, we have to step back outside of ourselves.
and see it, right?
Yeah.
See it from a different perspective from where other people see it. Yeah, man. I wholeheartedly agree.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Let me ask you this. So let's talk about Suave House, man. How did y'all lock in? How did y'all even get hooked up with T Draper, man?
Through a mutual friend.
Okay.
One of our partners
Uh-huh.
lived in the hood. Him and Draper was super cool.
I got you. Uh-huh.
And he was in Memphis trying to find a group from Memphis to put on his label,
Yeah,
Suave.
Right.
Try on his independent label.
He like, man, you need to check these boys out.
Right.
And he came and hollered, and we started kicking it. but we was on OTS at the time.
At the time, yeah.
And whatever transpired with him and Reginald Boylan, we went to Texas after about a year or so of knowing.
Right, and so y'all and the whole camp went because y'all went. Slice was gone over there helping out. Jazzy Faye was down
Everybody,
there.
they all came later.
They came later. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
later.
When we first went down there, it was just me and him, and coming out hard was just me and him. Wasn't nobody even in the room at the time when we was making these songs.
Right.
Like MJ produced everything on there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
The only
Okay.
thing I did was Mr. Big and niggas like us. I
Right.
But
Right.
he did all the rest on
Right.
Pimps.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a classic
I know.
album. When,
Just us.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
when y'all heard the album, did y'all know that it was what it was? Did y'all realize what y'all had?
No, we just was, man, just doing us.
Yeah.
We just like, hey, man, this the thoughts. These the ideas in our head.
We
was just
always
getting them
wanted to do these kind of songs.
We was just getting them in.
Yeah, and then at the same time too, like you look back and see the things that
It's happening.
you don't see
Yeah.
at the time when it's happening. And it was stuff like, man, we both, when we left Memphis, first time flying, never flew before.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Man, we get down there and open our suitcases up. We both got our mama records. He didn't tell me, I didn't tell him. Like, we open our son up and mama them to hit up.
Yeah.
And those records made coming out hard. Like all the sound.
Wow.
Wow.
Them came from our mama records. So,
We didn't have the crate.
Yeah.
We brought the crate with
we
us.
brought the crate with us.
That's crazy. I want my daddy's records. I want my
Right. But that's what, that's the story behind the story.
Uh-huh.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
you don't know you are doing these things until you look back.
Right.
It has happened.
What and Angelica, I know you got some
No,
questions. I'm
yeah,
going to
you
get to you. Okay, were your parents, right? Were they always supportive? Were they always saying, "Hey, go rap"? What?
Especially back then.
Yeah. This is a question Angelica would ask.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
On the
Yeah.
bookies.
Of course, they wanted us to do something positive. Want to get a job, go to school or something.
Right,
But,
Doing music wasn't looked at as being
yeah.
Yeah, back then.
positive at
Yeah.
that time.
It's
And
a
we was
chance,
talking
which it
about
still is.
pimp stuff, you know, and gangster
You know,
stuff. And
yeah,
they
we-
was like, why you gotta be a pimp?
Right.
I ain't quit.
Right.
Why you gotta be a pimp?
Yeah.
They always was. They liked that it kept us out of trouble.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It kept you occupied, huh?
Yeah, because they was like, coming up to OTS and
Yeah.
supporting us through the whole thing. You know what I mean? But just they always been there.
Yeah, always been there. Though.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not on this work, and I was thinking about when you guys was talking about all the hits, and I'm from Iowa, right?
All right.
I know. But like last night, I was talking to my husband because he's a big an hour away from there. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
In
a
the
big
country.
fan.
Right.
Whatever, he's a big fan. A big fan. Okay, but me and I have a twin sister, and when we used to go fight, shut up, Parkinson. You know how like when we used to have to go fight people, we used to have like them amped up songs. Like he's so excited for this story.
Man, look.
And "Don't Make Me" was the song. Okay,
Oh.
I wasn't doing no 3 shots or nothing like that.
Oh,
He said cold blooded, but that was, and I thought about like, dang, I forgot about that song. No, we used to be turned up to that song in Iowa, okay?
Yeah.
Fort Dodge, Iowa.
Man.
If I'll tell you what Fort Dodge, Iowa was, and we was listening to y'all music. That's all I have to say. In high school, I was in high school then when that song
Right.
came out.
And look, they dropped that thing in Nashville the other day, and they lost it, man.
Yeah, listen.
They lost it, man. Yeah. Y'all had a relationship with Pimp C, right? God rest his soul. Shout out Chad and family.
Right.
How was that, man? And I was just to give you a little background too, man. Me and DJ DMD. Y'all remember DMD, right? 25 Lighters, right? Yeah. Me and D was in. I was at D Studio in Port Arthur, right? And Pimp was in there, right? Just freestyling. Literally, I got there at 11. He was already behind the mic freestyling, right? And literally, I left at 4 a.m. He was still behind the mic freestyling, man. Man, Pimp C lived that life, man, for real, man. How was y'all's relationship with Pimp and Bun?
It's always
Oh,
been
man.
cool.
Yeah, man, always been cool, like family, man.
Yeah.
We coincidentally winded up staying on the same street in Houston at one time and didn't even know it.
Wow.
until we kept bumping into each other.
Yeah.
Literally stayed on the same street for a number of years.
Yeah.
From Bun.
Yeah, from Bun. Yeah.
Had the, what was the name of the boy? The
The
Manger.
Manger.
Yeah.
The middle finger.
Middle finger, the Manger.
Yeah. And,
that's his crew.
they was up the street.
Mm-hmm.
The Suave House was
Right.
down the street.
Down
We
the
was
street.
right there together. And,
Yeah.
you know, we used to see Bun way more than Pimp.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But we seen Pimp here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everything was.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
always-
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Y'all did a quick stint with Bad Boy. Yeah. Tell us about what. Tell us, because I remember when, how was that?
How did
we ain't gonna
that-
ask you if you went to a party, but y'all make it to a freak off.
Like I said, I'm too
my
fat
God.
to get invited to any of them. Man, no, man, sexy people. No, man. It's a market to any of them.
There's a market for everything and
Somebody like that. That ain't
They
true.
say TCJ was at one, right?
I ain't got nothing to say about that part. Really,
Jake be wearing them pants. So we don't know. But
Nothing
on the real side, though,
With us, it really
it
was
wasn't-
just our, our business.
definitely.
Any parties that we was at or whatever would have been the ones everybody else was at. You know what I'm saying? Like
They
all
got
the
pictures of the party.
we was at.
Y'all got the receipts.
Like the parties we was at
Yeah.
wasn't private. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we had a good relationship throughout our thing. Like we never really had no none of the problems that a lot of the other artists had. Because we was kind of like always us. We didn't try to
Change up
And assimilate.
conform
Yeah,
to what,
right.
they had going on. Whatever, no disrespect, but we just kept it us.
Well, let me ask this: How did y'all get from Suave to Bad Boy? How did that, how did that
it was
go
a transition,
about? So it
just
was-
like he said.
we left.
It was another thing in between that.
Yeah, that was
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
We was on
okay.
Pimp Hard was on a label called J. Cole.
Yeah, that was.
I remember
Yeah,
J. Cole.
yeah,
That's
okay.
what's his name?
Playing games.
What's the name, brother?
That was the Space Age Forever album.
That's not maybe the one you're thinking about.
Okay.
It was two different. You might be thinking about J Records or something like that, because J Core was like this
you're right.
group of
Yeah, okay.
white boys. Excuse my expression.
No, you don't know Antonio Parkinson Project, bro.
This group of white boys that came together, and actually the JCOR
Okay,
was an acronym for
their
names.
all
Okay,
their
gotcha.
names.
I'm talking about J Records. What's that?
exactly.
Yeah.
But they J Core, they came out. Somebody Robert Gilliman, rest in peace. He just died. I don't even know if y'all know Robert Gilliman. But Robert Gilliman, he used to own Southwest Distribution in Houston.
I remember
Yes,
Southwest.
well,
Yep.
A lot of artists in Houston like owed their a lot of their fortune.
They was using that distribution.
Robert,
Yeah.
you know.
I was just like Selecto.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Robert introduced us to J Core, and to J Core we went and done Stop Playing Games, Pimp Hard, those two albums, and then I had 8 Ways through them as well. So I brought out a bunch of music on 8 Ways Entertainment, and then after that, we always had been free agents after we left Suave, and then when the thing was over with J Cole, we had like our lawyer was from New York, and we used to always we had the relationship with Puff and Bad Boy and all that.
From back when messing with Mace.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
On
yeah.
that Mac, that was fire
Tip
too.
and Draper was, of course, friends first,
Yeah,
and then
Mace's first album.
Yeah.
and then after that, just like he was regular with us. So when we go to New York, we could hit him up and be like, "Bro, we here, man. This and that, blah blah."
Yeah.
And when we was looking for a label home, he put it on the table.
Yeah.
We felt like, when you don't know how they make the bologna, you love it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's a
Okay.
good
That's the way I
analogy.
can describe
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
You see the process of the bologna, but you don't like it so much.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
depends, you know, what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
But you know, it was you know, this you gotta think about that. We don't know these people like that. I
Yeah.
don't know how they live. We don't
Right.
know their
Yeah.
personal lives, none of that.
Yeah.
All I know is, man, this Puff Daddy,
Mhm.
this Biggie, this,
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just, this is what we look
Right,
at.
right,
This
right.
gonna be something different for us.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And vice versa. They probably looking at y'all the same way too, man. You know.
Yeah.
And we don't. But that's what I'm saying. We don't be realizing
You don't know how somebody see
people are seeing
Yeah,
us, and they
you,
see.
You only know how you see
Man,
yourself.
but
Yeah.
you know, I got you. But you know, you outside of you know, because I had a group signed to RCA, you know, back then too, right? And you know, at Rough House Records, as a matter of fact, in Philly. So, and you know, you going, you know, into these other spaces, and they looking at us like they want to worship us, man, from the stuff that we're doing, and the fact that it's Memphis, right? And they ask about y'all, and they be asked about this, right? You know, but we. If we only, I think that, and I'm talking about Memphis as a whole, not just the music industry though, but if we understood our greatness and how we are perceived and respected outside of the, you know, Tennessee,
Yeah.
I think we'd have a
It'd be so
mindset
much
change.
better,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be so much better.
Yeah, man.
That's very true.
Yeah, so you know, I don't know about you know, mixing bologna and Diddy at the same time, but I take that.
That was a better analogy
That was a
than
good
a bunch of
analogy.
other things I could have used, bro. You feel me? I thought about that for a second.
Smooth.
Yeah, you know.
Y'all made Don't Make Me on Diddy's label, right? Don't Make Me. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
We did 2 albums
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, 2 albums.
Yeah.
Definitely.
In between like
Riding High.
04 and 07.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know, how many? And let me let this be the last question for this segment. But how many records have y'all sold in a lifetime? Have y'all even quantified
We
that?
don't keep up with
Yeah.
Tell them 21.
Yeah.
A lot. 21. Tell
A
them.
lot. How many records you sold? A lot.
lot.
Right. Yeah.
Already.
You know. Yeah, man. But look, man, we truly appreciate you. Don't go anywhere. Hey, y'all stick around. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be right back. We got 8Ball and MJG.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Elise Neal. You are watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Stay tuned.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. You're watching the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market, and we're excited about it. Yeah, and look, after the show, we're gonna have some more growth. Look, we got 8Ball and MJG in the building, man, and we're excited to have them. And look, we're gonna jump right in too, because you know we want to talk about everything that's going on right now in the present. And so let me lead off with this first. Y'all were recently awarded with a state proclamation now, so y'all are in the history books of the state of Tennessee, as long as there is a state of Tennessee. So let's give it up for that, man. Hey, look, how surprised were y'all that happened?
very.
Yeah.
Had no clue.
No
Right.
clue at
Yeah.
all.
No clue at all.
Yeah.
That was dope, man. That was like,
man.
It really was.
an unexpected blessing, man.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Honestly, and so shout out to Valeria Lopez and Brother Lopez, that put on Privy in Nashville. Great
really,
event.
man. Great
event.
beautiful,
And
yeah.
we were on the phone about I would say probably about 5 days before.
Okay.
Right. And she was literally just inviting me to come out, right?
Oh, really?
And I was like, okay, who's gonna be there? And then she said this person, Kiki Wyatt and Michelle A. And then she said 8Ball and MJG. She's about to go on to the next. I said, hold on. Who? 8Ball and MJG. I said said 8Ball and G. I said, okay. So I said, so what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing special for them? She said, well, they're gonna perform such. I said, no, we need to let's recognize them. She said, oh, for real? I said, yeah, man, let's recognize them. Yeah, and so that's how the proclamation came about, man. And she was open to it, and I appreciate her for that. But long overdue, man. I've been wanting to do that forever, man. Real talk, seriously. I've been wanting to recognize y'all forever for all of the stuff that y'all doing, man, because y'all deserve it, man, and we got to give them their roses while they're here, man. Seriously. So congratulations, big congratulations again.
Thank you.
So you got the state stuff, but you got something big happening in the city this weekend, right? Today. Today.
Yes,
What's happening today?
We are getting a boulevard and an avenue named after us.
Incredible.
Okay, you wasn't excited about that. Go back. You're getting a what? You wasn't too excited. A whole what? Thank you. There we go.
We're getting a boulevard and an avenue named after us.
There you go.
Today, and we are stoked.
Yes. A whole street.
Not only any avenue and not only any
There we go. There we go.
but in the heart of Orange Mound, right where Orange Mound start, Park Avenue. I see you over there throwing your old. But right where Park and Lamar meet, from Park Avenue to Ethel, and from Airways from Saratoga to Lamar, it's gonna be Park Avenue is gonna be MJG Avenue, and Airways Boulevard is gonna be 8Ball Boulevard.
That is
fucking God. Like y'all just keep talking about it.
That is incredible, man. Has that sunk into y'all yet?
It's a blessing, man.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Then the big thing is like, so we really wanted all the Park.
Right.
But some people came before us.
Yeah, some people came.
But it's still very significant.
Very.
MJ spent the first 18 years of his life right there on Sample Street.
And right off of that corner.
When we met as 12 years old, 13 in the 7th grade, that corner was the thing that made us cool.
Right.
We found out we shoot pool.
Right.
And the little place Star Search had a pool table. It's simple.
Let's call it. You got a quarter?
Yeah. Meet up and go shoot some pool. Right. Do something for one of them old dudes in there. They give us 50 cents.
Right.
But that street, and it's we spent a lot of our years of our lives right there on that corner. Saratoga.
Right.
The Squeaky Mama's second house. Closest to Airways.
Right there. You know
what I mean? So it's a lot of our history on that block.
That block is very monumental.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
And you can't we can't have this conversation without mentioning Pressure World, man.
Pressure World. You better know it,
man. That's history, man. Shout out to Big Mike.
Shout out to Big Mike.
Good guy over there,
Big
man.
Wayne.
Shout out to Big Wayne.
JR.
JR, man.
Bud. What's up, little Bud?
Man. That was in the 90s. It was a different place.
Mr. Z's. All of
Z's, Stereo One.
Stereo One.
Stereo One in the shopping center that you can see we can mix too.
Stereo One.
That's another significant thing about
that
shopping center, man. I got a picture in my phone right now, me and my mama in that parking lot when it was Kroger.
That's right.
That park. Clean Glory.
You remember that?
Clean Glory. Clean Glory, man. I do. Hey,
and right down the street, the little furniture store right down the street with Eloise. Remember that?
I remember that.
Pair of shoes.
Hitting up for your sister.
Right. Man. What was the furniture store right there? And they say on the commercial, say ask Eloise. Remember right down there. Term City Furniture.
Still there.
Still there.
City. Ask Eloise, man.
Term City.
Everybody want to ask Eloise.
Still on
we don't know what we're gonna ask Eloise, but we're gonna ask her something.
That shopping center was built in the 50s.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it really was one of the
lot of history
key
over
spots for shopping in the whole city.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah, and Orange Mound has its own history as one of the oldest black communities in the United States ever.
And the largest next to Harlem.
Yeah, man.
The first FUBU for us.
That's right. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a lot of, and it's good. Y'all roots, spring up from that, man. So but we're excited about what's going to happen, today, and y'all getting the street name, man. Y'all, how interesting is it, or how good does it feel to you to see, all of these, accolades and roads and being recognized? To me, finally, and thank God for Paul Young. We got a mayor that gets it.
Yes, sir.
Adult mayor.
Yeah.
Shout out Paul Young. Salute.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
But I do have a question. Thinking about all this history, visiting all these locations and your neighborhoods, is there anything that you would change in your career? Any rap lyrics that you have said, any decision you have made, hindsight now, that you would change? Do you think? That's a heavy question. Nothing?
No way.
Not one song, not one deal, nothing.
You seen the Twilight Zones in the shows where they send the people back in the
Step on the
past,
belt.
Spanish Island, and they tell you, but don't talk to your cousin.
Oh, yeah.
Don't let nobody know.
Yeah.
And you come back to the future.
Be like, guess what?
Everything
I'm from the past.
Yeah, you would leave it alone. So I have a question then. You have children, right?
Huh?
We talked about your children. Would you allow them to pursue the music world, and with everything that comes with making baloney now, would you suggest this lifestyle?
That's what they want.
If they want to, yeah.
Because our parents never stopped us from doing the things that was important to us.
To us,
And that's
right.
how a lot of kids end up being something that they not supposed to be or
Boy,
didn't
you
want to be.
Yeah, when you
It's because mom and dad
they
didn't get behind me when
they
I wanted
kind of
to
forced.
play the violin instead of football.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so,
And they missed their purpose. Huh?
yeah.
Before Kojak, before you come to your question, don't forget what you're about to ask. But do y'all feel like you are operating in your purpose, what you were put here on this earth for?
Yeah.
Most of them.
That's important to know, because we had these conversations all the time, man. You ask, what did God wire you specifically to do when you came into this earth, right? Yeah. And I truly believe y'all are operating in it, but y'all know better than I do. I know I'm operating in mine, right? What I'm here for, But doesn't that feel good, though, to be operating in what you're here for? Yeah, that's an amazing thing.
It's such a blessing to be able to feed your family and change people's lives consistently.
Consistently.
By doing something that you love,
man.
And just being that soundtrack to people's life. It's like you don't know what they're going through at the time, good or bad or challenging. And that song, it's just like art. It's like a moment in time. You hear a song from back in the day, and it makes you think about who you was with, what you was doing, where you was at, how you was feeling, and we've been blessed to be the soundtrack to a lot of people's life.
Yeah, man. How many kids are y'all responsible for from Space Age Pimpin'?
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. Speaking of lyrics, I want to
we have actually heard people that got married to Space Age.
Into it,
Women
made
that
love
said
to
we
it.
made our first kid off the and it's not really a love song. It's a type of love.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
You know what I mean? But I mean, it's like, we definitely come from a different time and space. You know what I mean? Like, people,
Let me say this. You said different time and space, and I was going to ask this before, Touche. With the environment of the way hip-hop rap is now, with all the killing and I know you guys did songs with Dolph and Gotti, both sides, and with all the beef going on right now, how do you feel about the industry right now? I know she was saying, would you let your son, I understand that, let them do what they want to do, but what advice would you give someone to get in the game or Memphis rappers at this time?
Well, I want to hear the answer to that first question, though.
Okay,
how do you feel about the way things are going in the industry right now?
It's it's kind of divided right now, but as an industry, you know, like you said, as an industry, for the industry, that's just business as usual. You know, it's business for them. The good guys not as exciting all the time. You know, and that's not what pulls the numbers now. But what you would tell your child or whatever, is that what gets you in or whatever? You still got to be smart enough to be yourself. You know, when you get in there, you don't have to emulate and imitate everything else that's out there, even if that's what kind of got you there. When you get there, bring yourself into the game. You know, and be original. You know, and
Can I add a Kojak question too?
Before
sorry, go
I
ahead.
just want to add to what he was saying. Like, my son actually, I don't know what we was looking at. We was looking at something on something, and he was like, "Man," and it was something about the industry. You know what I mean, like a documentary. You know? And he was like, "Man, can't wait to see how that's going to unfold." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, "That, man. Like, I ain't never." He said, "This is like, I ain't never seen nothing like this." You know what I mean? And I was telling him, man, you know, that is unfortunately the entertainment business. You know what I mean? Like, every so many years, ever since this thing been created, there's always been drama, turmoil, you know, things of that nature. Every few years, it's gonna be that. You know, that's what the business, unfortunately, that's one of the building blocks of all of entertainment, is taking advantage of people who allow themselves to be taken advantage of.
you have to keep your eyes on the prize. Don't get swayed. You know, because it can happen. That's like,
And
that's like what he's saying. And any time, you know, and any time, it's not really, like he said, that it's just this time.
It's
In one of
always
these
happening.
eras, you can get swayed.
Yeah.
You know,
But you
so-
can't make them not want to do that because there's so much joy in, man, you know, being on that stage is a different high
Yeah.
than what you have ever felt.
Yeah.
When you can see, like I was telling you, the people's face when they're singing your music and when they tell you about it. You know, that's something different.
It's like you can see their memories. And,
So if
it's like
if he or who any one of my kids want to experience that, you know what I mean? You can't
go ahead.
not take that away from them.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
And that speaks to the power of music too. And just real quick, you know, there was, don't forget what you was gonna say, Angelica. There was a video that just dropped the other day where T.I. and I forgot who the other artist was, but they pulled up on their kids' video. Boosie. T.I. and Boosie pulled up on their kids' video, and they got these guns out, and you know, and they like, put that shit up. You know, man, y'all put that bullshit up, man. You know, but they were you know, unfortunately trying to conform to what they think
What the
is
image is
that.
right now.
And one last thing too, you know, Leor Cohen, man, I watched the video of him on the Breakfast Club. I don't know if y'all seen this, and they asked him, you know, if you had an artist that was a junkie and this, that, and other, but he was a talented artist, would you still sign him? And he was like, yeah, you know, because and that goes back to, you know, it's business,
It's business.
business,
Yeah.
right? You know, and so, you know, that goes to show you that, you know, this industry don't give two shits about your welfare.
Yeah.
The bottom line is number one.
The bottom line is the bottom line.
That's over life.
Yeah.
But 8Ball, you kind of answered my question, because when I listened to how Parkinson explains Memphis, Kojak, and other guests has come, there was like this harmony, this peace, working together, collaborations. Y'all was discussing that. Do you think that Memphis can get back to that? You kind of answered saying like this happens every so often, 2 to 3 years. But do you think it can get back to that state where you can work with different, you know, people can come together, it can be unity.
Well,
I want to quote unity again, I guess.
well, our hands will be forced at some point. It's going to have to come back to that, even if a lot of artists don't think that it's going to be, because we're going to have to come together to save hip hop as a whole,
Nice.
because this is really an
Memphis
attack on
music.
hip hop. You know, because they don't want hip hop to exist. Period. And so it's easy to destroy it with us going against each other. And so now we make it look like an unsafe zone, unsafe area. So our hands are forced. We're going to have to get together.
And Memphis, I think as far as the music community, we got a long way to go as far as us being back unified again.
Yeah.
Because the divide is way too deep.
It's deep.
And people have, chosen sides, man. You know what I mean? And that's the like, and it really like the divide is deep, like in way, and it's
going to take all of this for the folks after us, and the new folks to come to.
It's going to take a lifetime
unify,
for it to change.
because they're looking at us.
Yeah, and you. I think Ball, you hit a great point. I got you. Ball, you hit a great point in talking about the divide, right? When lives are lost. Right, it's those are generations of divide, division, and
what they call the Hatfields and the McCoys
and the McCoys. Still hurting right now.
Yeah.
From the things that have transpired due to us not getting along.
Yeah.
Like our city is still
suffering.
hurting.
From
all of that.
From the death of Martin Luther King.
It's still hurting from that.
It's still, it's a ripple effect still going on right now.
We talked about this a little bit. We went to, I went back to Hot 107 and we had an interview, and I was talking to DJ Q over there, and you remember this conversation?
Yeah, I do.
And I was saying, I said, Q, maybe you need to lead, because it's about the airwaves too. So if you lead it, and we get some influential people to come in, kind of lead that, to
start that healing
you know
process.
What I'm saying? You got the airwaves.
It ain't gonna be us though.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be nobody our age. Ain't no song you can make. We can't march it away.
Yeah.
We can't we can't pray it away. Like all of that helps.
It helps, but it's a small step.
Man. The people who are these people have to want. It's like a junkie, man. That junkie gotta want to change. You gotta want to get off that dope before anybody can help
people,
you.
Right?
Like these gotta feel like this.
Yeah, these people
at
gotta
the same
feel
time.
like
Enough
is enough.
And it's going to take those families, families coming together. And and
unfortunately, that's not going to do.
Right.
Like them families can get on TV and make videos, and kiss, whatever they want to do. I'm just saying, for real, it's going to take more than that.
Are still
the cut is too deep.
It's deep, and that's very true. We had the district attorney Steve Morer on the show. I think 2 weeks ago, and one of the things he said, and I hadn't even thought about it like this. He said, a lot of these guys think they're honoring the person who has been, killed or murdered in the city, and they go and do it again in honor of that individual. And he said, and it's just
keeping the divide.
And it's keeping the divide, and it's unfortunate. And I hate that, for our city. But I pray for healing, for our city, and hopefully we can, turn this corner.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Man. Yeah, man. So, you got anything else?
No, that's it.
DJ Kojak, you got anything else?
I want to ask about the 50th anniversary. Because in barbershops everywhere, when these lists come out, I know I bubble up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at these lists like, who the hell, what's going on?
Right.
But how do y'all feel about some of these? I know Willie D super vocal. He gonna let you know.
I don't
brother
do
Will.
I heard
Well,
that.
I know they got it. How you feel about if you you don't give
What's the question though? What's
a
the
list
question?
is like an
How you
a-hole.
feel about it? You're not being on some of these lists.
A list like an a-hole. Everybody got one.
Everybody got
I
one.
heard that. Okay, there it is.
Every list, man, it be people personal preferences sometimes.
Yeah.
More than ever, because every list they put out, everybody disagree. Everybody disagree. Don't nobody say, that's it. Like
Somebody's still gonna name 10 more people that you should have put on there.
It's true.
Yeah, it's just to strike up conversation.
Don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, a lot of times them lists come from bloggers, man. The bloggers trying to get them views up. Yeah.
That's propaganda.
Yeah.
Now maybe the Forbes list, but
Right.
Money. You can ever get on that list. That'll
Get on that list.
talk about.
Yeah, man. So, man, anything y'all want to leave our viewers with, man, or your fans with? Y'all,
just we are. guess back like we was talking about the times now. So compare this to like the slaves of 400 years ago. We are all slaves of this time in hopes to break free and get out of these chains.
Yeah.
But we know we might don't see it in our lifetime, but we got to push this spirit on forward in hopes that another 50, 100, 200 years from now, this won't be. Yeah. You know, so.
Because I just looked at one of our shackles.
Yeah. We definitely slaves to that. You so right about that. Yeah, man.
Everybody got one on the table.
Everybody got one on the table.
And on it too.
Everybody been in it.
Yep. That's right. Man, y'all give it up for 8Ball and MJG in the
Yeah.
building, man. Yeah.
Can't wait for that
Can't wait for your
series.
series. I just want to say visualize.
Man, I
Talking
can't wait
about
for
we
that.
recreated, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boy Ty, the actor, play MJG, and Tyson Freeman play me. Tyson Freeman is on BMF right now.
Okay. Oh, that's incredible though, man. So it's real.
Oh, no,
Yeah, that's
I can't
real.
wait.
We remade the Listen to the Lyrics cover with them on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
man.
shopping center set. We remade the beatboxing in the hallway at Ridge Way.
That's incredible, man.
it's
That's
So-
big though, man.
So I think we're gonna be on the premiere list when it come out. Antonio Parkinson gonna be on that list when it come out.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, okay. I was making sure we get that on air. Y'all hear that right? We're gonna
I
get.
hope so. I hope
we're
y'all
gonna be on the
premiere it
list.
here though. Are y'all gonna premiere it here? Okay. That's incredible. We'll be watching, man. So look, we want to thank y'all for watching. You've been watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next week.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Powered by Black Market Strategies.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, this your boy, Pimp Type, MJG.
Yeah, man, and this your dog, Big Ball.
And y'all know what this is. This the Antonio Parkinson Project. You hear me?